Girl, let me tell you, Cassie did not come to play when it came to Diddy. I'm being completely serious. She came ready for war and spilled every last drop of tea on anyone even remotely connected. Sure, we were expecting to hear big names like Jay-Z during this trial, but Cassie basically said, "Hold my drink," and dropped even more shocking names. She didn't just name one or two people. Jay exposed several well-known female celebrities that no one had even connected to Diddy. Wild and creepy parties. We're talking names like Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, the Kardashians, and even Ellen DeGeneres. Girl, brace yourself, this is about to get real messy. Cassie is honestly one of the strongest women out there. She went through more than a decade, 11 full years of terrible things with Diddy. And now, she's had to sit in a courtroom, face him directly, and talk about it all again in detail. A lot of disturbing information came out during the trial, including some pictures that Diddy allegedly gave her, so it took real courage for Cassie not just to stand up to him in court and tell the truth about what happened, but also to expose the other celebrities who were part of these parties. One of the most shocking things she revealed was what happened at her 21st birthday back in 2007. She said that was the first time Diddy ever made a move on her, and it completely caught her off guard in her 2023 lawsuit. She explained it clearly. She said Mr. Combs made sure he was always involved in both her personal and social life. For example, he invited himself to her 21st birthday celebration in Las Vegas. He also showed up with big-name musicians and producers, basically using his fame and power to impress a young and easily influenced Cassie, even though he knew she had a boyfriend at the time, and even though he was publicly with Kim Porter, he still pursued her. After the birthday party, at an after-party in a hotel suite, Mr. Combs allegedly pulled Cassie into a bathroom and kissed her without her consent. She didn't want it. She ran out of the bathroom crying and told her best friend what had happened, but was too afraid to tell anyone else. In her lawsuit, she also shared more about that party. She said celebrities like Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, and Dallas Austin were all there. And based on everything we've learned about Diddy's parties, well, let's just say it was not family-friendly, if you catch my drift. Now, here's where things start to connect. The very next day after that wild party was the 2007 MTV VMAs. Britney Spears gave a performance that left people confused for years. Fans always wondered why Britney seemed so off that night. Her dance moves were sloppy. Her timing was off, and she looked spaced out as if she wasn't really there. Now that we know what happened the night before, things are starting to make sense. At the time, people dragged her performance, calling it lazy and disappointing, especially because she stumbled a few times. But it turns out, she may have just been recovering from a chaotic, wild night, and Britney wasn't the only celeb at the party. Paris Hilton was also there. And there are pictures to prove it. Honestly, Paris being at Diddy's parties isn't shocking at all. Back in the day, she was everywhere. She was known for being a wild party girl, always showing up at the hottest events with the biggest celebrities. There were even rumors back then that she used to experiment with some substances, but hey, that's just what people were saying. You didn't hear that from me. Now, the name that really shocked people the most. Ellen DeGeneres. Girl, what do you mean Ellen was out here partying with Diddy? But this isn't just gossip, there's actual proof. In an old interview, Ellen even talked about how excited she was to party with Diddy. She literally said he had to be there. Turns out, Ellen likes to let loose too when she gets the chance.
Are you going to try to be early?
Yes, I'm trying to be early.
Are you going to be early for my party?
Yes, I am. No.
No.
You know I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right. Not too late, though.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But not too late. Because, you know, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I promise you I'm not going to let you down on this big one.
All right,
For
good.
real.
Good.
Your shoes, your feet are going to have blisters. You're going to be dancing so hard.
I can't wait.
In another interview, Cassie called him out for not inviting her to his birthday party. She seemed genuinely upset about being left out, even though Diddy claimed he did send her an invitation. He insisted she was on the guest list, but clearly, something didn't add up and Cassie wasn't buying it.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
In that same interview, Diddy cracked a joke about a secret. exclusive after-hours party that supposedly went down once the main event was over. Surprisingly, Ellen was quick to jump in on the joke, laughing along and even throwing in a playful comment, which made it seem like she knew exactly what he was talking about. The moment felt lighthearted on the surface, but now, looking back, it hits very differently.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, you know, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then no, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music. I've heard that song, After Party.
Interestingly enough, there's an actual video of the paparazzi questioning Ellen about her connection to Diddy. And girl, when I say Ellen looked shook, I mean it. The moment they brought up Diddy's name, her whole vibe changed. She went from calm to visibly panicked in seconds. It was bizarre because why would she get that flustered over just a simple question about a so-called friend? Her reaction said a lot more than her words ever could.
Were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times.
It really makes you stop and think, how much does Ellen actually know about Diddy's behind-the-scenes drama? And more importantly, has she been helping to cover things up all this time? Her reaction wasn't just nervous, it felt like someone who's been keeping secrets. But wait, Ellen isn't the only one whose name has raised eyebrows. Another major name that came up, Kim Kardashian. Well, actually, the entire Kardashian clan. Now, this part doesn't come as a huge surprise, because let's be honest, the Kardashians have been regulars at just about every big Hollywood party for years. If there's a red carpet or a velvet rope, they're probably already inside. And here's where it gets even more interesting. A recently resurfaced video shows Kim, Kourtney, and Khloe sitting down with Diddy himself, having a casual chat about his legendary parties. The vibe was playful, but you could tell that everyone in the room knew these parties had a reputation. The sisters even joked about how infamous Diddy's events were, and Diddy didn't deny a thing.
So fun. Well, I know you're known for the parties. When you think of a party or a good time, you think of Puff.
You do.
But we've been known to party with you a few times.
Yes.
What are, like, I don't know, some of you were just at Puff's birthday.
Yes.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
You forgot about that?
No, that was an epic night too. Every night.
Why was it so epic?
That night was fun because all the girls ditched me. So I was like me and the boys. Like it was me.
They're a good group of boys to be around.
Kanye, Corey, T, and we were all just like hanging out, and it was.
You loved it?
It was fun. Yeah, I loved it.
I don't know how you have all the energy, but that's who you are, and I think that's why people are so drawn to you, because you're so eclectic. And I mean, no matter what, no matter how much you work, you don't sleep, you don't do anything, but that's just you. That's like what embodies you.
You could totally tell they genuinely loved those parties and looked like they were having the time of their lives. Their energy wasn't just casual guest vibes, they were into it. And before anyone tries to say, oh, maybe the Kardashian sisters didn't know what kind of stuff went down at Diddy's parties, let me stop you right there. Because there's actual video evidence that shuts that idea down completely. In one resurfaced clip, Khloe Kardashian openly admitted to attending Diddy's parties where, in her own words, everyone was butt naked. Yep, she said it just like that, no hesitation, no filters. So clearly, she knew exactly what kind of scene those events were. It wasn't some innocent Hollywood mixer, it was full-on no rules, chaos, and the Kardashians weren't just present. They were participating.
So who was with you this weekend?
A bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber,
So far, so
French
good.
Montana.
Do you even know half the people you're naming?
No.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, this party, I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
I don't know about y'all, but that definitely sounds freaky enough to raise some serious eyebrows. And let's not forget the Kardashian women absolutely adored Diddy. They were seen at a ton of his parties over the years, showing up, smiling, and clearly enjoying themselves. But the moment things went sideways, the moment Diddy got exposed and the allegations hit the fan, they distanced themselves from him so fast, it was like they were trying to vanish. Suddenly, no posts, no comments, no defense, just silence. And here's where it gets suspicious. Kim Kardashian unfollowed Diddy on Instagram less than 24 hours before Homeland Security raided his homes. Coincidence? Maybe. But it also makes you wonder, did Kim know what was about to happen before the public found out? And if she did, what else does she know that we don't? Well, fans definitely think she knows a lot more than she's saying. But one name that's really left people scratching their heads is Michelle Williams. Yep, Destiny's Child Michelle. People still don't know what to make of her involvement. There's been online speculation that maybe she was just another face at Diddy's infamous parties. And considering her longtime connection to both Jay-Z and Beyoncé, it wouldn't be surprising if she was there through those links. But here's the thing. Her name came up early right during jury selection. On the first day of Diddy's trial, when the court was picking jurors, a list of notable celebrities was read out. That list included names like Kid Cudi, Kanye West, Michelle Williams, Mike Myers, Lauren London, and Don Richard, who was once signed to Bad Boy Records. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they were victims. Some might just be witnesses or people the jury should be aware of, but it definitely raised questions. We still don't know Michelle's full story. Was she someone Diddy targeted? Or was she just another party guest who saw too much? One thing's for sure, the truth has a way of coming out. And fans believe that by the end of the trial, we're going to know way more than we do now. And the fans, oh, they're speculating like crazy. One comment that went viral said, "I wonder how many celebrities went crazy, disappeared, or got whacked because of Diddy. I'm convinced he drove Britney Spears to her breakdown. And don't even get me started on Brittany Murphy. Something shady happened there." Another fan added, "Unpopular opinion, or maybe not. I think the real reason Ellen and Portia moved to England is because they know too much. They don't want to testify, and they definitely don't want to be arrested." And the biggest question lingering in everyone's mind, what does Diddy have on these celebrities? Because, if you listen to the streets, they believe Diddy has tapes in the Kardashians, Ellen, and who knows who else. So now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out the next video because things are only getting deeper from here.